Who's the vocalist?
We've got two bands here tonight. Um, so we've got Demons of Noon.
All right.
So Jason and Mark are from Infinity Ritual, and I'm from Demons of Noon.
Fuck, that's confusing.
Oh yeah.
Hi, my name is Will and welcome to the Distorted Transmission for today. A little bit of an unusual one as it turns out I've got two bands to interview at the same time. That's never happened before. We've got Auckland band Demons of Noon and Infinity Ritual. Infinity Ritual is from where? I've forgotten.
New Plymouth.
New Plymouth, thank you. Right, so how are you guys?
Not bad.
That was Jace's cue to say, good things, so not too bad. He stumbled. He totally fucked that up. Never mind.
He did.
I guess you guys are going to have to jockey for first place and introduce your bandmates. So who would like to start?
Kia ora, my name's Jonathan from Demons of Noon, and we're a six-piece occult doom band from Auckland, like Will mentioned. So we've got Abe on guitar, we've got Scott on guitar, we've got Joe on drums, we've got Aria on vocals, and we've got Tamsin on vocals. And actually, the whole band sings. So it's quite something, a six-piece occult doom band.
I'm Mark. I play drums in Infinity Ritual. Absent is Adam Collis. He plays guitar and he's a vocalist. And Jason Karam there, he plays bass and is also a vocalist. So we're a three-piece band. I guess you'd call us groove metal. There's a bit of stoner rock, a bit of sludge, a bit of doom, a few things mixed in there. But it's very heavy and very loud.
I only really prepared for Demons of Noon. I wasn't aware that Infinity Ritual were also going to be on the same horse. So as far as histories go, I guess we should maybe start with Demons of Noon. Jonathan, you want to tell me all about that? And then we can jump to Infinity Ritual and we can do a quick overview as well. How's that?
Sounds good. So Demons of Noon officially got started in 2017. We have a great origin story because I was driving in a tour van through the Karangahaki Gorge one day and had an epiphany that making a doom band was the answer to everything. And we were originally called Gorge, but that name was comprehensively taken by about half a dozen bands around the world. Quite a few of them who are actually quite good. So we figured we'd stay out of their territory, called ourselves Demons of Noon. And in the early days, it was just the boys, so Scott, Joe, Abe, and I. And just on Sunday afternoons, we would go down into Whammy Bar, which is under Karangahaki Happy Road in Auckland, and we would just play loud and we would play slow. And it was a really glorious time in our lives. Then we got a little bit more serious, started writing some songs, and recorded an EP just in time for coronavirus to happen. As we were planning the release tour for that. So foisted that out onto the internet. That EP caught the ears of Nathan Hickey from Beast Wars, who invited us down to Wellington to play our first show with them, delivering us directly to 500 Wellington fans in one of the heartlands of New Zealand metal. And then as we went, we added the two women vocalists to the lineup, which really cemented the sound and made it sound awesome. and made touring incredibly logistically difficult. But we did it for the music, and then recorded our debut album, which we released at the end of last year on vinyl. That did really well. That spent some time in the Doom charts, as I know that Infinity Ritual EP from the end of last year did as well. And yeah, now we're hitting the road in August with our pals Infinity Ritual.
When I read, I think it was a 13th Floor write-up of one of your shows, and then it was mentioned that pretty much all of you are other vocalists, or you all sort of contribute. And I thought, I'd hate to be the sound engineer. Like, surely you must bring your own mics, because it'd be a bit rude just to rock up and go, oh, by the way, we've got 5 or 6 vocalists. Most venues would be like, well, we don't have that many mics, so you're going to have to share, huddle around a single mic. Has it ever been a problem in the past, or do you sort of plan ahead?
We do plan ahead. It's essentially the first thing that I will tell a venue is that we have 6 vocalists, so please be prepared. It can give some of them a little bit of a fright. And we would like to travel with our own sound guy one day. We don't quite have the budget for it yet, but we have heard some people say that they really enjoy mixing the band and they love it, but it's one of the most challenging things they've ever done. Because we often, the 6 of us sing in harmony together. We share the lead around. There's no clear lead vocalist, so it's not immediately obvious if you haven't seen us before what's going to happen. So they say they have to be really on their game when they're mixing us live.
Are you sure that's what they meant? You're just not difficult people to deal with?
Well, there's that as well, but also the sound.
Cool. All right. Well, let's jump over to Infinity Ritual. You can give me a rough history of your band. Maybe Jace, would you like to have a crack?
I'll let Mark field this question.
Oh, diplomatic. Okay. Well, we kicked off 2022 just after the first lockdown, the COVID lockdown. I own and run Vinyl Countdown in New Plymouth, the record shop, and Adam and I had been talking for a while about having a jam and playing some riffs and seeing what came of that. And originally we were going to be a 4-piece, I think, and then we couldn't get the jam happening. And one day I remembered seeing Jason shredding guitar with another band called Slot Car at some stage, and next time he was in the shop I asked him whether he might want to come along and have a jam. So we did that. We practice and we jam in our shop. So the first jam, Jason actually bought a guitar, and so did Adam. And Jason said, next time I'll bring my bass, and it's been that way ever since. We decided to keep it a 3-piece, and it just clicked. And yeah, from then on, we've just been writing, jamming, recording, and touring. So it's been a lot of fun.
It's only a single guitar. Do you split the signal to have a stereo output, or is it just like sort of mono on one side?
I've passed it over to Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, well, without giving away all the trade secrets, Adam's definitely running 2 amps. Yeah, it's not so much a stereo rig as something from the Matt Pike school of more is more kind of thing. But there's definitely using the different textures of the two to get that sonic footprint a bit bigger, while at the same time giving us room to breathe with the whole trio thing. There's a lot of space to fill. It's nice to have a bit of space. But yeah, between me and Adam and of course Mark's set of cannons, we try and destroy as much as possible, starting with the eardrums.
I guess we should jump on to the tour, which is primarily why we're here. You've got the Demons of Noon and Infinity Ritual Succession Tour, which starts Friday the 2nd of August 2024. So I thought, because there's 3 of you here, if you actually have the dates in front of you, each one of you could actually deliver, the information for each date chronologically, and then we'd sort of get you all involved.
On the 2nd, Churchill's Tavern in Christchurch, which I'm told is the place to be in Christchurch. So it'll be, of course, Demons, ourselves, and from Moose Mountain. And I guess from my point of view, the only band of those 3 I've seen play live is us. So this is going to be great from my point of view. So I'll be fanboying hard, I think.
Then Saturday, the 3rd of August, we're popping down to the Mighty Crown in Dunedin. And it'll be Demons of Noon, Infinity Ritual, and local legends Soul Cellar, who we're really looking forward to playing with.
Friday, 9th of August, we're going to be playing at Valhalla with, of course, Demons and us, and the High Lords, which I think it's an iteration of Beast Wars, as far as I am aware. The 9th of August is going to be quite a big one because it's NATO's birthday, so it's going to be a bit of a party happening there, and really looking forward to that.
Do you want to take this one, Jonathan?
Sure. Thursday, the 22nd of August, we are back where it all began for Demons of Noon at Whammy in Auckland with the Death Spell as support, who I'm also psyched about. They're another band that spent some time in the Doom charts at the end of last year with us, and really looking forward to that one.
Friday, the 23rd of August, we're going to be playing at Navarra Lounge in Hamilton with Wolf Wizard, which is a great venue, and they always turn out in Hamilton for these sort of gigs, so looking forward to that.
Okay, and Jace, lucky last, this isn't technically part of your tour, but it kind of is. Tell me all about that.
For the New Plymouth show, we're dovetailing with Battle for the Mountain, which is something Jesse from Caldera is organising. So it's a little bit of a fortuitous overlap. And there's a bit of a hell of a lineup. As far as I can tell at the moment, we've got Bad Schematics, Death and Hatred to Mankind, Caldera, us, being Infinity Ritual, Demons, and we've got Tusk, who I think are from Hamilton. I've seen them play once at Valhalla before. They were bloody great. So I think it will be, fucking loud, but it should be a pretty stacked night, I think.
The name for that show is Battle for the Mountain 2, and that's on Saturday the 7th of September 2024 at 8 Ball in New Plymouth. Cool. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Good on you. I was going to talk about the Demons of Noon because I only really prepared for Demons of Noon. The releases you did, you sort of touched on them already, Jonathan, but I thought we might recap them. You got The Summoning, which is a 3-track, which was released April 20th, 2020. You had The Sphere of Peace, which was just a single, October 19th. And then you had Death Machine, which was an 8-track that was released December the 1st, 2023. And I was very surprised to find that it was actually on vinyl, and you got that. Where did you get that pressed? Did you get it pressed overseas?
We got that pressed at Holiday Records in Auckland. So we're very lucky to have some local vinyl pressing capability now. And Stebbings is online in Auckland as well with a really high-tech new vinyl pressing setup there.
Some of the vinyl was stocked overseas. And I think it was Brisbane, was it?
Yeah, so that was a personal visit of my own. I was in Brisbane recently, and they actually have a specialist heavy metal record shop over there called Blackened Records, and went across and met Simon, the owner, and he was awesome, and he stocked a couple of our vinyls and some of our T-shirts. So it's a great shop if anyone's ever in Brisbane, and they're pretty lucky to have that.
I guess if somebody wants to buy a vinyl, they can just contact the band directly. They don't have to necessarily go to the Brisbane shop, right?
You do not have to travel to Brisbane to buy the record. Can confirm that. Death Machine is available predominantly through our Bandcamp page. That's the easiest place to buy it. And we'll also have some copies out on the road with us as well if you want to pick them up at the shows.
It's at Vinyl Countdown, man.
Oh, okay.
It's at Vinyl Countdown. Come on.
And also, please go to New Plymouth, visit Vinyl Countdown, and buy Death Machine on vinyl from there.
Totally fumbled the ball there. I was giving them an opportunity, but you missed it. Cool. Yeah, because I mean, I do quite often buy vinyl from overseas, and even down in Taupo. There's My Music down in Taupo. I buy stuff from, and they just post it, so you don't necessarily have to go to Brisbane to buy it from there. I thought maybe they may have been your distributor or something, but that's not the case. Cool. All right. Well, that clears that up. The next is sort of beyond the tour, I guess. Is there more music to come from either band?
Well, we've released our 2 EPs. We released one in 2023, the first EP, and then the second one late last year. The second one is more album length. It's nearly 40 minutes long, so it's more of an album than an EP. The whole second side is one long track that goes for about 19 minutes. But yeah, at the moment we're just writing some more stuff, jamming and coming up with riffs, and we've got a view to record at least another EP, maybe another a debut album. So that's our plan, and then just do as many gigs as we can as they come up, and yeah, just keep on doing it.
What formats did you release those on?
CD and vinyl. The first EP we pressed at Holiday, and we did coloured vinyl first, and then we actually sold out of it and we repressed it on black vinyl. And then the second one we pressed at Stebbings, and it was apparently their first ever coloured vinyl record that they've pressed in their history. So we were quite stoked about that.
They're also available at your store.
Of course. Yep.
All right. What about Demons of Noon? What have you got planned beyond the end of September?
Similarly, we're writing at the moment, and we've got some new songs that everyone will be able to hear on the road. And we're sort of casting our eyes overseas for the future and trying to find ways to get across there. Trying to find some festivals that we can target to base some tours off, and cook up some concepts to take to those places.
Infinity Ritual, is there anything else you'd like to add to the end of the interview to round it out?
Yeah, a couple of things really. First thing for me personally anyway is checking out a couple of venues that I've not checked out before. So I've never played in the South Island before. So this will be great to check out Christchurch and Dunedin and catch the bands that are playing there in the flesh. So that'll be brilliant for me. The other cool thing is it's been set up as a bit of a co-headlining tour, this whole thing. So there's no clear, I guess, ahead of time set in concrete who the headliner for the night is going to be. So there's going to be an element of chance, a coin toss, if you will, to see who will be going when.
Yeah, just want to say thanks to everyone who supported our band. And who supports this scene in New Zealand. All the people who come to the shows, buy the music, buy the merch, and show your support. It's hugely appreciated, and can't wait to meet some of you out at these gigs.
Cool. And Jonathan?
And I'd just like to say that we live in an era when thousands of songs are released every day onto the internet. Music is ubiquitous and everywhere. And one of the things that I just absolutely love about heavy metal and the heavy metal scene in New Zealand is getting a bunch of people together in a room and having a visceral communal experience and just enjoying the sheer volume and the overwhelming experience of these sort of bands. And everybody on this bill is going to be bringing the volume. So come along, bring your chests ready to thump, and pack your earplugs too.
Thanks very much for chatting with me, guys. It was a first that I've managed to talk to two bands at once. That was exciting. Best luck with the tour. Best luck with any future music releases and your vinyl sales and all that stuff. And I'll chat to you later. Cheers. Say goodbye to everyone.
Thank you.
Cool.
Good job.
And thanks for watching.